Hey YouTube, today I'm going to be making my first video, which is about when you first get your hamster. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you're going to need when you get a hamster would be a hamster cage. My cage, it's quite big. It's about, sorry I'm filming off my phone, if my finger gets in the way, just shout at me. It's about 3.5 foot long. I'm not quite sure by how tall. Yeah, second thing, bedding. I don't usually use what I've used this time. I've used a mixture of Carefresh, which is an American brand, and it's quite expensive, but it's basically like recycled, compressed, like kind of like card or like paper, and lavender wood shavings, which is this. Mine are just from Pets at Home. So yeah, that's a lot less expensive than buying Carefresh. Third thing would be hamster food. Ninja's not awake at the minute because it's still really early in the day, and obviously she's not home, she doesn't wake up during the day. This is premium hamster muesli from Pets at Home. I like this one. I have it in this tub to keep it fresh. I like this one because it has a lot of variety in comparison to the other ones. Like you can buy the regular Pets at Home one, and on the back here it has all the benefits of the food, and Ninja does like it. So yes. Just to point out, my hamster is a Syrian, so some of the things aren't suitable for hamsters, such as my old hamster, who was a cross between a Russian winter white and a Chinese dwarf. Next thing, some people find this a necessity, other people don't. Something for them, like a mineral stone. So basically this one she's not too interested in, but I don't think I've got any packaging for them, but I did have basically things like this, but they were like different fruits, and you just tie them to the bars of the cage, but they lasted about one night and then they'd just be completely destroyed. It was terrible. She would completely destroy them and they'd leave. She wouldn't actually eat any of it. She'd just leave a mess all along here, and that was annoying to clean up. So I stopped buying them and bought one of these, and she's had a little go at it, but she's not all that interested. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that just yet. Okay, and next thing, pet disinfectant spray. This is by Johnson's. This is Clean and Safe. I like this one. I've used this for all three of my hamsters. I had the first hamster when I was 7, a Syrian, called Dottie, and then my second one about a year ago, who was Tiggy, who was my cross, and now I have Ninja, my Syrian. Next thing, this is definitely a necessity way before you get a hamster. Information, research, books, anything. You can use websites off the internet. In fact, I might put a link in the below bar for Piggy Pig Pigs, because she has really, really good information. She owns guinea pigs as well, so if you're a guinea pig owner, she'll help you. This book I got when I first got my first hamster, so it's fairly old, but it has a lot of quite good information about colours, about breeding and feeding and stuff like that. Aww. Next thing, this is a necessity, pet bedding, because obviously they need a place to feel safe. So I bought this Woodlands house. It was about £6, $5.99, something like that. It is meant to have another part to the roof, but they slot together, so my hamster keeps breaking it because she's cool and doesn't like coming out the doorway anymore. She comes out the top. But I put around the sides. I started by putting it in, but then she just took all the shavings up and put them and sort of built a little house mound. So now I put this all kind of around the outside and a little bit inside. I was advised not to use like cotton wool or anything like that, like the kind of cottony bedding, because it can get stuck in their cheek pouches and they also can't digest it and it's bad for them. So I wouldn't advise buying that. This is like less expensive anyway for more of it, so I would recommend this. Next thing that is another necessity is a hamster wheel. This, I think, came with the cage, and it's rubbish. It squeaks really badly. It is a Rolly by Savic, and I think it's a medium. I'm not sure if it's a large or a medium, but if you're trying to make your one last, just push this out. I can't do it now. And take it out, and then cover this part all in Vaseline, and then put it back in. It doesn't make it last that long, but if you're trying to stop it squeaking for a little bit, because obviously my hamster's in my bedroom, and if she's got a squeaky wheel, I cannot sleep. It's impossible. So, yeah. That was really a bad fail, Savic. Before I got my next wheel, I tried this. And this wasn't very expensive. This is some sort of space flying sorcery thing. And basically, she's meant to stand here and run around, but she wasn't all that interested. I don't think she quite understood how to use it. So she just kind of sat there and then it just rolled and she got off. So she wasn't really all that interested. So I bought another wheel. This one is by Super Pet. That is a Super Pet wheel. I think it's a medium. It's for hamsters anyway. I think it's the most expensive wheel I have ever bought. It was like £8, going on for like £10, maybe even more. But it was really the only decent wheel that they did that wasn't by Savic. So I bought that one because I thought Ninja was worth it. Next thing, things to chew, because hamsters get bored really easily. Now this is another Woodlands thing. This was a similar price to the house, I think. But basically she strips all the bark from down the sides. But she quite likes it. I did buy... Where is it? I don't have the thing. I have these things called bark bites. And you're meant to put them on a kebab thing like that. But I didn't have one, so I just put them in, and she really wasn't that interested. So maybe if you have the kebab, she'll be more interested, but I don't see her being that interested, because that's just the way Ninja is. Those aren't expensive. In fact, they're very inexpensive, but, or inexpensive. But, you know, if they're not going to like them, then I really don't see the point. I think that's it for everything that's like a necessity. Here's one. That's what they are. Just a piece of wood with a hole in it. I think that's it. Next thing that isn't a necessity, but I have them anyway. These are... Let's have a look what they actually are. Hamster treats, basically. Hamster Care for small animals. Healthy bites. And basically... focus. Essential healthy pet vitamins, contains omega-3 for healthy skin and coat. Tasty and delicious apple flavour. She really loves these. She really loves these. So these were a really good buy. I'm not quite sure how much they were. They're going on for £2 or £3. But they are really, really good. Well, that was a fail. Basically, I just got cut off. But never mind. Okay, so I finished about hamster treats. Next, well, actually, this is technically a hamster treat. It's, it smells funny. These are mini alfalfa bales. And Ninja really doesn't take to them that well. She doesn't find them all that interesting. But I do like the Woodlands range, even though they're really quite expensive. I want to get some of the Woodlands kind of salads, so I'm thinking of doing that. Next thing, this is bathing sand. I found this in the Range, which if you live in England, you probably have the Range store. This is by Supreme Science. Bathing sand for chinchillas, hamsters, gerbils, and degus, or degus. How do you say degus? But do not buy chinchilla dust. Just get chinchilla sand, because chinchilla dust kind of messes up their I'm going to try and say respiratory system. Basically, they breathe it in and it affects their lungs, and you know, it's not good for them all. So don't buy chinchilla dust, you need chinchilla sand. Okay. And basically, Ninja likes to have a dig. Some hamsters roll over. Ninja just generally likes to dig. Kind of, I put it in this little tub, but it's really thin, so you can get into their coats. It's basically just like sand that you get at a beach, just kind of slightly thinner and cleaner. Next thing, another thing that's not essential. I got one of these. This is a hamster toilet. As you can see, it's absolutely rank inside now. That's why I got a new one. That one's getting quite old anyway. Even though I only recently got Ninja. I've had that for a while, I just didn't use it. That's the new model. It's not all that expensive. But Ninja pretty much, she's the most confident of all the hamsters I've had. And this is what I use. And it's really quite good. It comes together, so it's quite easy to clean. And basically she's attracted to it. So I'm quite happy with that. That's a good buy. I'm not quite sure how much it is, but it's not that expensive. I was going to show you the piece of paper, because I know you can adopt hamsters, and I would have done it if I thought about it beforehand, but I hadn't. But I got my hamster from Pets at Home. I would have adopted it from the adoption centre, but at the time there wasn't any hamsters, and I just fell in love with Ninja. I just saw her cute little face, and I was like, I love you, and so I bought her. They didn't go through all this stuff with me like they did with the first hamster I bought from there. But I think it was because they thought I knew what I was saying. You know, because I already had a cage. So I pretty much already knew what I was doing anyway. But yeah, it's got all the details: Syrian, female, price, all that kind of stuff. And also you have to fill all your personal details out, but obviously I'm not going to show you that a bit. So I think pretty much I might put some clips in of Ninja when she's awake, because at the minute she's still asleep. I don't know if you can see it. She's like little black thing in there. She's totally beautiful, but she's not awake, and I don't really want to disturb her. Oh look, no, she is awake. Ninja! And then she's just rolling over. Oh look, it's moving. She's moving. Ninja! Ninja! apologies for my really squeaky voice when I see Ninja. I just get so excited because she's so gorgeous. We'll leave her to it because she's tired and yeah. But I probably put in some clips of her because I have a few and I love her to bits. I love you, Ninja. Okay, so thank you guys for watching. Hope you liked the video and hope that you all get hamsters very soon because they are very lovely pets. Only downside is they just don't live long enough, but I think they're really amazing pets. So bye.